One did.
It's all
Someone
goddamn
has to-
fake, man. It's like Lenin said. You look for the person who will benefit, and
Welcome to the What's Left podcast, the Derealization Media Network.
I will restore the working man to his rightful glory. I will dismantle this oppressive establishment board by board. I will saw the tables of tyranny in half. Gnaw at the ankles of big business.
I would be the greatest communist in history. I'd be right up there with Lenin.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. D.I. Lenin. Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov.
And now, your hosts. Hey, that's us. It's John, it's Jake, it's Brad. It's the Derealization Media Network. This is the What's Left podcast. You, the Derealization Nation, thanks for joining us, new friends and old. Please share, like, subscribe our stuff everywhere you see it. We had a fucking rough week out there getting community guidelined by fucking TikTok like it was this fucking job. Just crazy. Crazy repression.
Dude, you mentioned the defense budget, and basically you're wasting time editing videos.
For sure.
Like, that was crazy. 3 views. 3 views is insane.
Yeah,
No matter how many times you brought it down, brought it back up, that's crazy.
never happened. So yeah, everything you do is the other reason we're out in the algorithm, man, because there's just no help for talking about the Epstein files, Trump's a pedophile, and the Defense Department. So definitely no space for that on the internet. All right, so let's talk about, first of all, I wanted to talk about other things, but this motherfucker, Hakeem Jeffries, gets on fucking the Sunday shows today on Meet the Press and just shits the fucking bed. But you can tell that he's very proud of his performance, and this is exactly like he has no. He's not sad about it. Like this is exactly what he meant to say and how he meant to say it. So give me one second. All right, we might pause this a couple times to talk about it.
Win back the House. If you become Speaker, would you bring a vote to abolish ICE to the House floor?
Well, here's what I believe unites Democrats in terms of dealing with the situation that we
So right off the bat, no.
confront in this country. First, we need a safe, secure, and strong border. We also need to proceed under the principle that immigration enforcement in this country should be fair, just, and humane. And clearly, ICE is completely and totally out of control, which is why Democrats in this Congress haven't given Donald Trump's violent mass deportation machine a dime.
They have what now? They haven't.
One more time.
I'm
Are you
sorry.
sure? It
Yeah.
was zero money? I'm sorry.
Violent mass deportation machine a dime.
No, they've actually given them a lot more than that. To be
So many dimes, dude. So many dimes.
Yeah, I'm sure that they didn't give it to them in dimes specifically because it was billions of dollars.
Until we actually see dramatic, bold, and transformational reform. That means ICE conducting itself like every other cop, police officer, and law enforcement agency in this country.
Every other law enforcement agency in this country, the violent ones that murder people, that are responsible for the deaths of more black people than any other fucking agency on earth, like those cops, that's what they should be more like. Because I'm pretty sure they're pretty much exactly the same.
What do you think she wrote down and underlined aggressively? Dumbass.
Dumb fuck. Like he's really not gonna. He's really, really like. Yeah, she just scribed out like soul?
Yep.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Nope. Zero soul? Nope. None whatsoever. Okay, gotcha.
Because we believe that taxpayer dollars should actually be used to make life more affordable for the American people, as opposed to brutalizing and killing American citizens like Alex Preddy and Renee Nicole Good, or violently target law-abiding immigrants, which is what ICE is doing right now.
It sounds like you're saying ICE should be reformed, not abolished. So just to be very clear, would you bring a vote to actually abolish ICE to the House floor? Do you think that goes too far?
What I've said is that we're committed to dramatically reforming ICE in a variety of different ways, consistent with what the American people want us to.
You guys have been to, No Kings rallies. That's what we said. This was all the signs. Dramatically reform ICE.
Yes.
That's what
I think I
everybody
heard that
says.
chant a couple times with the last one.
Well, it's got such a nice clear ring to it.
I made sure to start the just a little bit of insider trading too.
Yeah, right.
As long as it's just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Slightly
insider trading. A little bit.
Slightly less insider trading.
To do. In other words, the mask should come off. Body cameras should come on. Judicial warrants.
Axon makes body cameras for cops. They're proven to be completely ineffective. We have 17 angles of Renee Good and Alex Preddy being murdered. The only one who wasn't on fucking camera was Keith Porter Jr., who was killed by an off-duty police officer. Axon gives money, though, to Chuck Schumer and to Hakeem Jeffries. So that's why you hear Democrats talking all the time about fucking body cameras, which they already have. And they have said they're not going to use. So there's that. Renee Good's killer was holding his cell phone, filming himself, shooting her in the face. Tell me how a body cam would have fixed that situation.
Should be required before ICE can storm into the homes of the American people.
No.
Cameras should come on. Judicial warrants should be required before ICE can storm into the homes of the American people.
No, ICE cannot storm into the homes of American people. Stop. That's it. No judicial warrant allows ICE to enter the home of an American person, any house, anywhere, because ICE is not a law enforcement agency.
Tell them again, John. They have no jurisdiction over the United States.
Zero jurisdiction in the United States, like zero.
Rip them out of their bed in the dead of night and try to detain them without justification.
As long as they're justified, though, they could bust down your door, drag you out of bed, as long as they feel justified. You know, like all the people that we got shot, having their doors busted in, sure that they were the right people, and gotten killed because they were reaching for a phantom gun that didn't exist.
Also need to make sure that ICE agents are actually subject to prosecution at the state and local level so that they can be held.
They're a federal agency. Why should they not be held accountable at the federal level?
Criminally accountable when they break the law. That's not what's happening right now. When you have a Justice Department under Todd Blanche, for instance, that's become a wholly owned subsidiary of the Trump cartel and Donald Trump's extreme agenda, as opposed to standing up for the rule of law.
All right, let's move on to Medicare for All. You co-sponsored Medicare for All legislation from 2013 to 2021. You've not co-sponsored it since you became Democratic leader. Will you put Medicare for All up for a vote if you become Speaker?
Well, listen, these are all conversations that the House Democratic Caucus is going to have.
Again, a no. Like, big fat fucking no.
He's like, I'm going to give you 3 minutes of airtime to eventually just say, definitely not.
Yep.
Definitely not.
Right. Well, here's his word salad instead.
Right now, we're focused on November 3rd, not January 3rd. What we are.
So they don't have to worry about telling you what to vote for, just vote. They have no obligation to sell you or give you a reason to vote for them. So maybe just shut up and vote so that we can get to this. Like, that's the fucking message from the leader of the Democrats in Congress.
Promising the American people is that we're going to fight to make health care affordable for every single American. And we know there's a lot of damage that Republicans have done that we've got to restore and repair. For instance, Republicans have enacted the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. More than $1 trillion or so has been cut from Medicaid. And what you're going to have is about 14 million Americans lose access to health care.
Do you personally support Medicare for All? Do you personally support Medicare for All?
No, as you indicated, I haven't co-sponsored the Medicare for All legislation that has been introduced over the last several years. I do think we need to figure out how to fix our broken healthcare system and then build something better once we repair the damage that has been done. Now, that will include doing things like extending the Affordable Care Act tax credits so that more than 20 million people who have seen their health insurance premiums skyrocket, in some cases by up to $1,000 a month. That's not sustainable, and that's something that Donald Trump and Republicans have visited upon the American people.
Just to be very clear, though, as a Democratic leader in the House, would you vote for or against Medicare for All?
I think, as you've indicated in your question to me, it's not legislation that I currently am co-sponsoring or that I support.
Okay.
But we do.
You got to be fucking kidding me. Jake, I just sent to the group.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Just want everyone to know, Hakeem Jeffries has taken over $600,000 from insurance companies during his time in office. Just as a quick tidbit of information, I wonder why he's not pro Medicare for all.
Just as a quick aside, We focused on making it affordable by leaving the middleman in place. We have to restore Medicaid as though it is impossible to restore Medicaid while simultaneously enacting Medicare, which a recent Yale study showed would actually raise over $1 trillion in revenue for the save $1 trillion in revenue for the American people. So excuse me while I say, if you want to fucking fund Medicaid, you could do the Medicare. Yes, you got this one, Jake, from the thing. Yep. So there it is. Voters support a Medicare for all system, not Democratic voters. Voters, all voters of every fucking stripe. Brad, you care to go over the graph of the people?
Yeah, so of all likely voters, you're looking at about 65% to some degree support Medicare for all. That's amongst everybody. Even at the Republican level, you're looking at 49% of all of them somewhat support a Medicare for all system. Amongst the Democrats, it's almost 70%. Independent, which is, the key voter that you try to reach out to, that is also at about 70%. Universal health care should not be this difficult. We're the only developed country in the world that doesn't have it.
Yeah. And we have all of every other developed country in the world's fucking resources at our fucking disposal. So explain why we're the ones at the
That was also in 2005. A lot of shit has happened since 2005 for people.
Oh yeah, it's
their
more
Medicare premiums didn't jump until a little bit later, so I'm
sure
it's a little bit more popular than what it is.
Way more popular now. Democrats are almost nearly at 90%. That poll specifically, though, used tricky questioning to make it sound unappealing, and that's like the lowest numbers that they could fucking come up with, basically. Supporting Medicare for all to replace a private healthcare system, and here it is, a guy in an election year like. Here's one thing that all Democratic voters want. Was the Democratic leader of the House going to say yes to it? Absolutely fucking not. You can all go fucking blow yourselves.
Right.
I don't know that interview either, but she seemed like she was trying to get him to like say the right answer. Like she gave him like multiple opportunities. Like, can you please just say like the correct answer that people want to hear?
She was probably shocked. She was probably like, excuse me, what the fuck? Are you serious? You won't even she probably expected him to run from defund the police and all that, but to run from Medicare for all, what the fuck? How
I know it's such a wholesome thing too. Just say yes. Even if you wouldn't, just say yeah. Medicare for all, yes.
Yeah. Easy. This guy has never said just yes or no ever once in his life. Maybe it's just
we
a
know
lack
it's
of
not
practice.
Gonna happen, sir. We know it's not going to happen. You can say yes, though, if you want.
Yeah, you can still say yes.
You can still say it.
This video was made before this guy even did this. Listen to this.
They were protesting the murder of George Floyd. They were protesting seeing this video of this black man lose his life. They were protesting that, and they wanted Derek Chauvin incarcerated for it. They never wanted to do anything about the material conditions that put Derek Chauvin on that corner in the first place. And that was very clear. And similarly now, okay, everybody's like, okay, ICE bad, ICE killing people in the street. Most people who are outraged about ICE are not also saying, hey, this is why we need more paths to citizenship. This is why it should be easier to get a work visa. This is why it should be easier to get a green card. That larger conversation, I think they have the exact same blind spots, the same disconnect between what they're protesting. They're protesting the murder of Renee. These murders that they're seeing, the horrifying stories. That always shocks America's conscience. But when it comes to what allowed for that horrible thing to happen, I don't think they ever got it. And I still don't think they get it.
Clearly, she was right. Hakeem Jeffries went on television and said, yes, no, I really don't get it. I really don't get it at all. Another black man was found hanging in a tree in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. Makes 8 in the past few months. Hangings. Black people don't hang themselves. They have an unsolved mystery in the Nolan Wells case that was clearly just dismissed. All these cases dismissed, out of hand, out of pocket, as though there was nothing mysterious, nothing to see here. And he wants people to just accept that we need more cops. We see people even like AOC retreating a little bit from woke 1.0. Excuse me, we were out there because we all watched for 9 minutes and 45 seconds a man stand on the neck of another man and let him die in the street. A man who did nothing crazy wrong in his entire life. George Floyd was like any one of us that suffers with drug addiction that maybe has a couple of petty crime offenses in his entire life. He's doing nothing excessively wrong. You have an entire Epstein class of billionaires who daily try to rape this planet of its fucking resources, who walk around, not just walk around, they fucking fly private jets to any fucking place in the world that they want. And we watch this man die on the pavement. We watched, like I said, we've watched people be shot as they get their doors kicked in for warrants that weren't for them. Judicial warrants. And this guy's like, we will just, as long as they get the judicial warrant. I
It's
can't.
acceptable. Kick in a door and shoot somebody.
I heard Oliver Larkin on a podcast, and we've tried to get him on the show early on, but obviously he's way bigger than us now. But he was talking about he defends all of these policies so easily, and so all of them down to abolition of prisons, abolish the police. It's not that hard to do, you know. You don't have to even convince people that your way is right, because their way is exceedingly wrong. Exceedingly wrong. Just put them on the back foot. You defend this. Defend that. You fucking you go ahead and look like a piece of shit and tell me why you think it's okay to be incarcerate more people than anyone else, not by per capita, anyone else in the entire world. China has billions of people compared to our 330 million people. They have fewer people incarcerated. By a lot.
Insane. And calling for reform of a system that is beyond broken. Reform is not going to change it. That's what are you going to do? Give them a couple classes? What do you mean?
Right.
The standard is you can kick down the door and shoot somebody and not face a consequence.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to reform that?
This overwhelmingly, after posting this on Threads, you get huge response of people like fuck Jeffries. There are still people who are like, no, we just need to bring back the ACA and then progress from there. Not only did they not progress from the ACA, they stood back and watched it die. It got kicked slowly to death every year afterwards. Just Medicare for all is the floor. It's the floor. That's it.
Right, you can't make a boogeyman out of something that every other developed country has done successfully. You can't create a boogeyman out of that for me.
No. Nope. Probably why we hate Cuba. What are you laughing so hard about, Jay?
I was trying to figure out what that sounded like, that accent, and it was from Home on the Range, of that movie, that Uncle Clam, Uncle Clam, Uncle Clam. The three dudes. That's what it just reminded me of.
Gotcha.
Ain't yodeling singing, me Uncle Clam.
All right, so let's move on from that. So Todd Blanche did get confirmed as Attorney General. He went on the Sunday shows and said that he doesn't believe that he needs to be separate from the president at all. So just like what we all know, this guy works for Donald Trump. But on top of that, Blanche also is in the Epstein files, literally. He's on an email discussing Epstein's bail with two other lawyers. One of those other lawyers is now the deputy U.S. attorney in the Southern District of New York, and the other is a federal judge nominated by Trump in the Southern District of New York. They are discussing Epstein's bail and talking about whether or not he can have hire private security. He's apparently he asked the judge if he could hire private security for his house and offering to ground his jet. Just ridiculous. But yeah, so this guy's been involved since fucking Jump Street, and this was days before Epstein killed himself. So he's always been there. And
it's not coincidences. It's not conspiracies. It's not coincidences. It's all connected.
Yeah. And here's what Todd Blanche is withholding from the court right now is these handwritten notes. And here's Katie Fang, who sued to have these things released and is actually having a very successful time in court with this. But here she is on CNN.
FBI handwritten notes implicate Donald Trump. And I don't think it's a secret why they're doing this dance at the DOJ to not release them. They are handwritten notes by 4 different meetings with a victim who alleges when she was 13 she was abused by Donald Trump. That's the allegation. Now, the actual 302s, the official FBI reports, they've been turned over. After much hullabaloo and pushing by media, they were turned over. Why aren't you turning over these handwritten notes? Well, today, the prosecution said, well, you know what? They're duplicative. That's the first time they've ever said it. Before, they said it was substantially similar to the 302s. So what did the judge do today? He said that the handwritten notes must be turned over in camera, unredacted, so that he can check them out, because they continue to refuse to give them to the court.
And of course, President Trump denies any wrongdoing having to do with...
Shut up, Jake Tapper.
Shut the fuck up, Jake.
The fuck. Shut the fuck up.
You know, last time they've lost all right to keep anything redacted at this point.
Seriously.
We, as people, should just be like, we get the files now. Let us read the files, because y'all bitches ain't reading them anyways. Or you have, and you're just quiet about it.
That is exactly
wrong time to be quiet on the creek. Nope.
Yeah, lived experience for them.
Yeah.
They don't need to read anything.
They just need to turn them all over to us. Hand them over.
It's funny you said it, Jake. That is literally what the judge wrote in his order. Like, the victims and the public officially have more of a right to them now than ever. Like, you have clearly showed yourself to be incompetent.
We've seen how far the corruption has gone and how deep it fucking goes. It's our turn. Power needs to go back to the people for sure on that one.
Definitely. All right, so these are the people in these files who are doing the flock cameras, the surveillance, all the AI stuff that we talk about. And if you think that, like, this is all coincidence, it's not. Here is Ghislain Maxwell, way back, talking about this very important clip from More Perfect Union, who does the best reporting on data centers. But this is Ghislain Maxwell way back in the day talking about these tech cities, these...
I want to play you a clip of somebody you might recognize suggesting a pretty wacky idea.
I'm going to leverage technology to create a new country. Now, I know I speak with a funny accent. I did say country, not company.
Yes, that is Epstein accomplice and convicted child sex trafficker Ghislain Maxwell. And while Maxwell never successfully did that, and she's a little tied up right now, that idea of using technology to replace governments with corporate entities has kind of popped off lately. It's showing up in Gaza, in Venezuela, even closer to home. But let me roll back a bit first. In 2008, slightly less intimate associate of Jeffrey Epstein, Peter Thiel, founded the nonprofit Seasteading Institute, an organization dedicated to building independent nations at sea. It was run by Palantir co-founder Joe Lonsdale.
We've changed a lot of industries so far here in Silicon Valley, but we haven't been able to change the government.
And Milton Friedman's grandson, Patrick Friedman.
So the barrier to entry to the government industry is you basically have to win a war, an election, or a revolution just to start a new company. That's a ridiculous barrier to entry for an entrepreneur.
Today, Joe Lonsdale is one of the most powerful investors in tech, and Patrick Friedman runs an investment firm focused entirely on building privatized cities, like Prospero, a privatized city in Honduras. The company behind it disclosed that they lobbied for special economic zones in the United States. Meanwhile, California Forever, the billionaire-funded project to build a tech city in California, stalled due to community pushback. But now they're mysteriously calling themselves a shipyard to exploit a Trump administration plan to create maritime prosperity zones for reinvigorating American shipbuilding. Prosperity zones and economic zones are among the many phrases they use to make plans like this, regulation-free areas made to enrich tech billionaires, seem more palatable. This is Jacob Helberg, former top Palantir employee now leading economic development in the State Department, discussing plans to build low-regulation zones abroad.
And so one of our first big flagship efforts is the rollout of this economic security zone in the Philippines.
I hear maybe something with Israel. Am I allowed to say that? Maybe given what we're doing in Venezuela, who knows? You could do stuff there too.
The sky's the limit.
That's in keeping with Jared Kushner's plan for a new Gaza and the suspicions surrounding the motivations for invading Venezuela. And it's going to spread further domestically, even beyond California. Tech industry interest groups put out a policy playbook for special compute zones, a pitch to the federal government to seize control of public land to get around the intense public opposition to data centers across the country. They want to create regulation-free zones in your backyard where you have no input, and they're not even quiet about it.
We could never win an election on getting certain things because we were in such a small minority, but maybe you could actually unilaterally change the world without having to constantly convince people we're never going to agree with you.
Yeah, and don't forget what's going on in Colombia. The United States interfered in the Honduras election. They interfered in the Colombian election, as did U.S. Israel. You know, that whole thing. Colombia's former president Petro, who lost that election, said to beware that the aid workers coming in to help with the Colombian natural disasters that are just piling on top of each other lately are armed. So, like a literal invasion on the back of a natural disaster. They have no soul. We know this already.
Just tech bros basically creating national invasions.
You heard the man. He said you have to start a revolution to start a company. If you have to start a revolution, start your company is no fucking good. It's no fucking good. These people are fucking garbage. Like they have been just sneaking around in the shadows for way too fucking long.
I say we give them the little water city they want so they can all move there and then like close contact. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy. And then we like ditch them with no planes and then the others survive off of the city and the water. It'd be fun.
When do we
can all watch it with like drones?
Yeah, but can we when do we get to push the button and let it sink to the bottom of the ocean?
That's like it's like a Hunger Games thing. So we have control of like setting natural disasters on them. You know what I mean? It's like Sims World.
Do what they've done
like,
to
the
us.
Billionaires on their little city. Yeah. Yeah.
To turn their own plan on them, covered in flock cameras.
Give them their little water city.
Give them their water city.
Will happen.
Take away their privacy. Take away their fucking connection to fucking society. And good luck.
They can have all the cameras on the streets, and it's just them.
They'll be so safe.
They can have fun.
They'll be so safe. Nope. Good luck to them.
That's my campaign. That's what I'm running on.
Jake, you have my vote. You know what? I bet, honestly, head to head, same amount of money, no strings, nothing at those attached. You ran like that against Hakeem Jeffries, you win. Throw in Medicare for all.
I would just say yes when they ask me about Medicare for all. I wouldn't even have to vote for it at that point. All I have to do is say yes.
Like,
Stu's an idiot.
Fucking duh.
Yeah, duh, you dumbass. It's like when they ask Miss America what they want most in the world. It's world peace. The answer is world peace. That's all you have to say. Like sometimes I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's like, God damn, this wasn't supposed to be a gotcha question.
No,
these are the easy ones, pal.
World peace. Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, let's wrap this one up here. Thanks for watching. Listen, like, and share, and subscribing. All the things you do to make this thing run, because without you, it does not. Believe me, like we don't get extra help. We're not talking about the things we want to talk about. And honestly, like in part two, like not taking a party side either way. Like this whole like making fun of Hakeem Jeffries and stuff, like this isn't getting us paid either. Like we're not on anybody's payroll.
Right.
And we're never going to be. Like, and that's important to us. So, you know, everything that you do makes this happen for us. So thank you for that. And until next time, I'm John.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Brad, and this is the wrong out.
What?
Oh, he's right.
Oh my God.
He got you on that one.
That's right.
Yeah, it's cool, guys.
Gotcha.
We're learning as we go. You know what I mean? We're not paid. We don't have this figured out.
We don't have this figured out.
We don't have script writers.
That's right. Well, this was just my point in time. Well, all I really wanted. This is our first commercial break. You know what? I'm going to play this little itty bitty commercial from a place that we love in Youngstown, Ohio, called West Side Bowl. And just because it's a great idea, and I think that every business should do this.
We admit that we are late to the game on this. While AI is not something that we have used to generate flyers for events here at West Side Bowl, we have accepted them in the past. That stops today. When you come to West Side Bowl, you will see art throughout the venue. We take a lot of pride supporting artists in the area and beyond. These artists help us to truly create a one-of-a-kind, unique space. Generative AI will never be art. Support local artists, musicians, and writers. Originally, we accepted AI flyers because we felt that it was important to give some creative control to the folks who were putting on events here at our venue. But, like I said earlier, that stops today.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the What's Left podcast here with John, Jake, and Brad. I just introduced it. I'm Jake. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share our video. We appreciate all of you. Download it if you want to save it. Listen to it whenever time. We have paid subscriptions, but don't worry about it. I don't pay for any subscriptions either because I just don't got the expendable cash right now. But if you do, we appreciate it. This is mine and Brad's section. So this is where we take over and talk about the shit that we kind of sort of want to talk about, but are still just like sad shit. I'm going to be talking about queer issues, obviously, and Brad's going to talk about good old Ohio, good old hometown state Ohio. But but I'll kick us off first. I'm just going to bring up the WNBA just real quick. This is just like the first part of my section. I just have to clear the air. There are currently no trans women in that WNBA. There's none trying to get in right now. But the Republicans would make it think that there is billions of transgender women knocking down the WNBA doors, thinking that they all want to play. Not happening. Caitlyn Jenner, fuck yourself. Get out of here. She backed the people, those two dudes, White and I forget the other one's last name, who said that they could play in the WNBA or whatever, and made a joke out of it. If they were playing basketball right now, they would have been kicked out. Like if they were still playing, I know they're both fucking retired losers. But if they were still playing, I would hope that the NBA would kick them out.
Do you know
something like that? I would
Well,
hope.
Jake, you'll be happy to know that you actually have as many career NBA points as Royce White does. You and Royce White have the same number of NBA points in your NBA careers.
There you go.
So he was a true star. Made a total of 3 games, 0 points.
Do you want to hear? He's worse than
nice.
That. What do you know about Royce White?
I know that his wife has like a decades-long restraining order on him, and like he's just a shitbag human.
Wow, he had a Royce video lined up.
Royce White is a person I didn't know before. I still don't know. A couple days ago.
I couldn't tell you what
came
this
up out
nigga
of
looked
nowhere.
like.
It took me 10 minutes to learn his life story.
I've never heard of this nigga prior.
You want to go through it really quick? Because it really is
it's inspiring. Royce White, a coon, he just announced that he is transitioning as a woman to apply to be drafted in the WNBA.
Oh, earlier this week, I made the announcement. I'm transgender. I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable, but I'm a team first guy. I'm a pass first kind of player. I do the little things. I led my team in all 5 major stat categories at Iowa State University. I think the WNBA could come out and make a definitive statement about guys with a pair of balls playing in the women's association. But hey, that'd be probably too much like right. Now I want fair treatment. I'm a young black, hopefully United States senator.
When you look at talking points like this and propaganda being spewed to you, you have to look at who's doing it. You have to look at their path.
Yeah.
Realized my fear of flying really wasn't a fear of flying. It was the transgender trapped inside of me, caged inside of me.
So after you got your headlines, you got all the media coverage. You talk about the WNBA, and you insinuate you would go there because you would dominate because you see them as already less than. That's already step one. When you look at Royce White in the NBA, he came from Iowa State. Oh, yeah. He doesn't talk about the fact, he didn't talk about the league.
No, let's go through his stats.
Why he did say college. He immediately went to
he said Iowa State.
When you make it to the NBA, that's like it's a huge feat, man.
Why didn't you talk about it, Alan?
He only played for 1 season.
How many games did he play in that 1 season?
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
3?
Oh, yeah, he had 0 points.
Yeah.
He didn't put up a point in the National Basketball Association?
He didn't score a bucket.
Not a bucket.
No, he was just there for shit.
He didn't score a bucket in the National Basketball Association.
Nope. But I mean, you can't score a bucket when you're too busy beating your wife.
Oh, shit.
Royce White.
Yeah. No. Talk about it. Talk about it. Yeah. There's a lot. Man, he has a story.
When you can't put a ball in the hoop, you can sure put your fist in.
Son, this is what happens to you when you put your dumb ass in the media for a non-issue that should have never been an issue. We would not be talking about Royce White, bitch ass. He has more domestic violence incidents than points in the league.
Yeah, mind you, a nigga running for Senate.
And he's running for Senate?
Oh, no, this is the second time he's running.
He's running twice?
Since 2024. Yep. The restraining order, his ex-wife.
Wait. No, because y'all gotta hear this.
You gotta hear it.
Listen, you gotta hear this.
The restraining order is not 1.
Nope.
It's not 1 year. It's not 2 years.
Nope.
It's 50 years. It's 50 years.
This nigga got
a 50-year. A 50-year. I've never heard that before.
He has a 50-year.
What did he do?
His wife got him on a 50-year, or his ex-wife has him on a 50-year restraining order.
That is.
And his son.
His son.
4 years. So he has one for his son.
You're running
and
for
that.
Senate. They have they have 1 presidential term and half a century worth of distance from you.
In order for the
legally required for the
next time you're able to contact your ex-wife, I will be
76.
We'll be dead.
If we being real, we gonna be dead.
76 before he can talk to his ex-wife.
The Jam podcast. Shout out to them.
No, I didn't know who he was. I read articles from news places that tell you what WNBA stands for in the news article. That's where I'm getting my stuff. It was cute though. They put it in little parentheses after each time they used it.
The Women's National Basketball Association.
Yeah.
You didn't
But
know.
the real shit I wanted to talk about today was my shout out to Massachusetts, who said they vowed to assume the full cost of gender-affirming healthcare for transgender children and teenagers covered by the state Medicaid and CHIP programs if the Trump administration rule takes effect in October. So they have like this money set up. It's like an annual fund that they have, but it's like 8.5, and like the last year it was only 3.6 spent for gender affirming care. So like we'll take care of it for you guys. Like they're just being who they should be in Massachusetts, protecting their trans youth and the other little kids who need gender affirming care at that age. Who they all use it.
Yeah.
Normal, like
more than trans
just like
kids,
a normal procedure
because there's
that
more
can
of
happen.
them.
Right. Right.
By a lot.
There's just like normal procedures sometimes that kids need gender affirming care, and that's also being covered. So I'm happy. Everyone wins. Isn't that crazy how it works? And it's a good thing that everyone wins.
Man, that is nuts. It's, it's a small scale solidarity. It works for other things too.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. But I want to start this thing where I shout out a good celebrity. So my good celebrity this week, just a little shout out, is Nicole Kidman. She said that she learned a lot of her makeup tips and other things from transgender women in the clubs, and she starred in Troye Sivan, my favorite twink's new music video. So
nice. That is good, because most of them are fucking heels, to be honest with you.
Right.
Most of them.
That's what I mean. I was like, I can find some, like Taylor Swift, who sucks, and I will die on that hill because I'm fucking right. So Taylor Swift sucks. She can eat whatever ass she wants to because she still sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Back to your previous comment about him being your favorite twink, do you have like a category of twinks? Is it like a top 10, top 5? Or is it just
it's just like the three main twinks at this time. So the three main twinks in my head right now are Tom Holland, Timothée Chalamet, Troye Sivan.
Gotcha.
And like my favorite of that three is Troye Sivan.
But you hate the other two?
Yes.
Sorry for the top 3. If you
top
hate
3, I hate the other two.
Actually, I have no opinion of Tom Holland because I've never watched Tom Holland in a movie. I've yet to see anything Tom Holland's in it. Well, actually, The Avengers, but that was like a blip that he's in.
Apparently, the new Spider-Man movie is just flock camera propaganda anyway. So
yeah, I also saw that flock cameras are central around Home Depots and Lowe's. Did you see that? Where someone did like a thing and it's like all Home Depots and Lowe's have like at least 3 or 4 of them.
Go figure.
So
wonder why.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I had actually. There wasn't too much steam boiling up.
No worries. You got plenty of that in the last segment. Go ahead, Brad.
That's the truth. So we'll do the standard rundown as we always do. And I'm going to tell you that oil is at $82 a barrel. And the Dow Jones fell 1/4 point on Friday to just under, 54 again. Ooh. So today I want to go back to talking about politics at the state level. I don't know why I cannot stop yawning every time I get introed into a segment.
You make me yawn.
Dude, I can't help it. Also, I read a study that said if somebody yawns around you and you do not yawn, you lack basic empathy.
Wow, John. You're never yawning when we yawn.
So,
yeah.
This whole podcast thing for John's been a front. But unrelated. So Ohio leadership has been Republican dominant for the last 3 decades. And come November, there are candidates like John Husted, who takes money from an alleged co-conspirator of the Epstein files, and Les Wexner. He also voted not to release the files. There is a candidate like Max Miller, who beat his wife and broke his child's collarbone. Those are the candidates that they're going to step into the booth and vote for, because it's all the Democrats' fault. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to do, even though 30 years of consecutive Republican leadership has gotten us to exactly where they are. They're going to vote Democrat, or they're going to vote Republican. So I brought another video talking about what the Republican House is doing to the rural communities of Ohio, which is their greatest voter base, because they don't have the cities like Cleveland or Columbus. Those are Democrat heavy places. So you can see directly how it is affecting small rural communities. So we'll play that.
All right. Sounds good.
Hi, everyone. Ohio State Senator Ken Smith here. Welcome to In Case You Missed It, State House Edition, Rural Sabotage Edition for the week ending August 15th. Ohio's rural communities, like the rest of Ohio, are full of people who are up before dawn and work into the night. But Ohio's country towns are struggling, and in this week's In Case You Missed It, we're going to discuss 4 ways that Republican policies are hurting rural Ohioans. An analysis of the Trump tariffs indicate that they cost Ohio farmers $76 million in the first 8 months of 2025. Obviously, that number has only gotten larger due to the fact that the tariffs are still in place, plus we have the unnecessary war with Iran. Speaking of the war in Iran, gasoline prices. According to the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, for an average Ohio household of 4 with 2 drivers, the Iran war has already cost your household about $284 at the pump, plus an additional $373 of higher expenses throughout the economy. The projected year-end total cost for an Ohio household, if prices stay where they are, is almost $1,200. In Ohio's rural communities, like everywhere else, people need health care, and they still have public schools. Based on the quarterly workforce indicators as published by the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services, in Ohio's 30 smallest counties, 26% of folks work in those 2 careers. Those are good-paying, family-supporting jobs, but because of the GOP cuts to the Fair School Funding Plan in Columbus and the Affordable Care Act in D.C., both of those sectors are under additional cost pressure. Let's start with healthcare. According to a Health Policy Institute report, Affordable Care Act healthcare enrollment in Ohio fell by over 160,000 people in the previous year. That was the largest drop in the country. If less people have healthcare coverage, they're not seeing a doctor regularly, which decreases a revenue stream, and they're more likely to seek treatment in an emergency room, which is a more costly type of care. Education, as we've previously discussed, State House Republicans underfunded public schools by over $2.7 billion, which has led to teacher layoffs across Ohio, which means job losses in healthcare and education will cut deeper in Ohio's smaller communities. But again, the real tragedy is literally all of these economic burdens could have been prevented by better policies. But the GOP decided to look out for millionaires and not rural Ohioans. I'm Ohio State Senator Ken Smith, and that's, in case you missed it, State House Edition, Rural Sabotage Edition for the week ending August 15th.
Republican policies disproportionately affect poor people, but poor people will still get up there come election time and continue to vote for Republicans. I just don't understand it. I don't, at the national level, we're seeing that all of them are bought and paid for by the same people, and they don't have our best interest at mind, at heart, whatever you want to call it. But at the state level, we need to be enacting better policies, and we're just simply not doing that because it's so red versus blue nonsense. Like 30 years of proof. They just gave $1 billion that was supposed to go to education, and they gave it to corporations to come do a net zero job growth in our state and just continue to take land. And then what? Go ahead, Jake.
I was just gonna say, like, I know my local schools, like ones I used to go to and like neighboring ones, are seriously struggling.
Rumbling.
Like, in financial ruin in a couple years, like struggling. And these broken down, falling apart buildings as well. This is not new.
Schools are getting crushed. So I live in rural Ohio. I got my neighbor is a farm, and I see how many levies are failing at the local level because the state is not investing, the tax money that they get into our education. So it's falling on you. And the local communities just can't do it anymore because everything is more expensive because of Republican policies. Every single thing. We don't have to give tax breaks to these corporations. Like, I don't understand it. We have all this money being generated from cannabis, from gambling, like all these things from the lottery, and none of that tax revenue that's generated is trickling down because surprisingly enough, it just doesn't ever trickle down. But so instead of using that money, we give it to the affluent people to invest in private schools. We give it to these corporations. Like, we're not investing in rural communities with Republicans in charge.
Yeah.
We're like selling off your property as fast as we can. We're putting data centers in your property as fast as we can. Vivek Ramaswamy can't wait to turn your backyard into a data center, dude. He is so excited about it.
So excited. BlackRock just is looking to buy the energy company, American Energy Services, AES, in Ohio. They're looking to buy them and for the purpose of data centers. Yep.
There's a huge data center fight. We talked about it on an episode before with in Shalersville here down the road from us. And it's in a building owned by Geis, is where they want to put it. Our state representative here, Heidi Workman, shout out Heidi Workman, taking money from Geis. You think she's about to fight for us and say no to these data centers? Absolutely not. Heidi Workman, almost $7,000 from Geis corporations. Yeah, she's not fighting for you.
No,
it doesn't, it's not happening. So I got to convey to these people that voting Republican for the 31st year just really is not the move. We got to try something different.
Yeah,
we have to. And Sherrod Brown is probably, Greg Levy is who I would pick for Senate, for our Senate representative. Unfortunately, he is not here in Ohio, not yet for sure. But so it's probably gonna be Sherrod Brown, and it would be. This seems like an absolute body to go after John Huston. He was appointed. He wasn't elected. He's taken nothing but corporate money the whole time he's been in office. This
literal
so
Epstein money. Literal Epstein money.
Yeah, this should be so easy. And Sherrod Brown, his tech or his social media team, they suck. Every one of his posts that I see, I comment bro, why don't you guys do this? It's so easy. What are we talking about?
Have you seen his fucking policy page? It's a blank sheet of paper. Looks like the fucking Epstein files. It's just fucking redacted.
Suck, dude.
That's nothing. He's got a pretty decent track record, average as just milk toast, not no harm, no foul kind of Democrat, but he's nothing to get excited about.
He lost to Bernie fucking Moreno, a used car salesman.
He lost to Moreno. We lost to JDB. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I hope so. He's got a nice lead in the polls, but who knows what the fuck that means.
He does.
Greg Levy's important too because
let's try something different.
Levy's out there laying the groundwork for socialism in Ohio. You have to have a couple of losses. You have to have a couple of campaigns in the state before you're ready for you have to have people out there pushing back against propaganda, and he's taking the yeoman's load here for sure, because this is the hard work to lose.
Yep. Yeah, because he knows that he's not winning. There's no. He knows it, but he's not stopping. He's still out there.
God bless him. I love my shares post all the time. All right. Anything else, Brad?
No, that's all I got.
All right. Jake, actually, why don't we just real quick supplement Brad's section with this AI stuff in the folder real quick. We'll call this one. Let's call section. But this is interesting. So they not only are these policies bad, but they're also not even telling you how bad they actually are. And the water with the data centers is, it's worse than you thought. So what's happening? Data centers are proliferating across the country, and they require immense amounts of electricity and water to operate. The huge impact of data centers on the electrical grid has been the subject of much criticism, but data center water usage is slightly more mystifying. Data centers directly use water for cooling systems. The companies behind them love to say they use closed-loop systems that don't use an excess of water. However, they can also indirectly consume water through electricity generation.
This sounds right. Indirect water use by data centers is the lion's share. The electricity needed to run data centers also requires water. Tech companies barely disclose water usage on site, but the reality is indirect water usage can account for 10 times more than on-site use, according to research by Alex DeVries Gow, maybe? Meta was the only big tech company to report its direct and indirect water usage. In 2025, they reported their direct use is 3.1 gallons of water, while indirect was 72.2 million gallons, a 24 times increase.
24 times. Residents are paying the price for increased water usage. Farmers in El Paso have been experiencing their wells dry up due to years of drought. Residents are in their 11th straight year of rate hikes for water, but big tech still flocks to the Southwest to build their data centers on cheap land with special tax breaks. City officials seemingly tell two different stories. For farmers and residents, there isn't enough water, but for big tech companies, there's more than enough.
Big tech already tries to hide its direct water use. One example is Google's data centers in the Dallas Oregon. Originally, Google stated that water usage was a trade secret. It couldn't be disclosed to the public. It's fucking KFC. After a 13-month legal battle, records showed the data centers were using 1.5 million gallons of water a day, up to 40% of the city's water supply. But even that number doesn't tell the whole story. It doesn't? Jesus. It's a lot. That's crazy. Yeah, so like the indirect, they're just implying that the indirect water usage is clearly higher. And that's already 40% of the city's water.
Yeah.
24 times higher.
Yep. The world is on fire.
Crazy.
The world is on fire. The rivers in Europe that they use to transport grain are dried up. The rivers, I mean, we literally have water shortages in Cuba, which is man-made because we hate Cuba. And there's our time. This is what Strait of Hormuz looks like. That's the Strait of Hormuz. It's basically just oil washed up on the coast. Looks like a giant oil spill. That's what we're doing to our planet. All right, Jake, take us out and take us to the happy segment.
Just in case you were wondering what AI is used for, there's a woman on TikTok who has an AI husband and an AI child. Go ahead and look it up if you want to go down that wormhole. I suggest you don't. It's just creepy. But that's all we have for this little section. We'll be back with our comment section and TikToks. So stay tuned. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, download. We were just talking about how everything is so expensive. So I don't take offense for not doing the paid subscription, but we do have one in case you do have that expendable income. But we know a lot of people don't, and that's okay because we're with you, sis. And it's okay. But until next time, thanks.
Go. Welcome back, everybody, to the What's Left podcast on the Derealization Nation Media Network. It is still Brad, Jake, and John. This segment is going to be some of the lighter stuff, which is in our contract under Subject 4A that John gave to us when we first started this program. So anyhow, but I think before we do that tonight, we're going to do a little bit of viewer comments, kind of give some feedback, see some of the things we've read. We do appreciate all the interaction, like, shares, comments, all that fun stuff. So please continue to do that. And I guess we're going to get straight to it. Am I taking the first one? Or are you taking the first one?
Go ahead, Brad. Go ahead.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So you ever heard of a wolf in sheep's clothing? Hang on. I want to make sure they get their credit because it's rude otherwise. Vincent, 8190X said, you ever heard of a wolf in sheep's clothing? That's Mamdani. Do you remember when he first took office? He couldn't deal with the trash issue during a snowstorm. You cannot be serious from us. And he responded, I can be serious. Michael Rappaport, of all people, was calling him out for not prepping for snow. He's been living there his whole life. One Muslim gets elected, he can't even fix a given New York annoyance. Michael Rappaport.
His whole fucking existence is trying to make Mamdani look bad. And not to mention, like, famously, Zero Mamdani whipped that snowstorm's ass with a little bit of good old-fashioned socialism.
Yeah, put people to work and, like, handled the snowstorm.
Yep, got them paid. I mean, my God, I would have never gotten sober if I could have just shoveled snow for a fucking liquor.
Yeah, $30 an hour to get you some booze.
No doubt. All right, what else we got? Go ahead, Jake.
The drag is not men dressed as women in pantsuits. This is disturbing adult cabaret. They say that gay and trans children are natural and not cultural or influenced, but as we've seen, the number have been increasing as the brainwashing has increased. See, what they're trying to do there is sound smart. Mm-hmm. And you see where they failed is that we've always existed, and it's now just like we're becoming a normal conversation, whether it be bad or good, but we're part of the conversation now, and you're now realizing that not everyone around you is just a hunky-dory Christian lady who just loves Jesus Christ and will never be gay.
Yeah. And the conflation here, too, like, starts off talking about drag, which has also been around for thousands of centuries.
Thousands of years.
Yes.
The men used to be the only ones that used to do plays.
Right.
Do we not remember?
I don't know why we would forget, Jake, because it wasn't even all that long ago. Harvard
About the same time.
in this country at Harvard, like for years, like it took years for them to integrate females into their theater. So yeah, there's that.
Oh, I forgot. It's Joe MCCO 500. Wow, 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 wow.
But you already knew that. Here's
Nope. I don't like that.
Here's John Laboon, 6063. None of y'all have ever served. Please don't join because they are poor. People don't join because they are poor. My ancestors were fighting Indians here or pirates. I don't know.
Whoa.
They're fighting Indians or pirates. I don't. Did we have a big pirate problem here in North America?
I didn't think so. I mean, the colonizers, I guess you could call them pirates, but I don't.
Clearly, that's not who he wants. That's not who he's talking about.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even. Was this a? What were we talking? We were talking about how, people joining the military is more.
We're talking about the poor kids that are out there starving to death on the USS Abraham Lincoln who got fucking duped into serving for Epstein.
Yeah. The one where they're going literally insane and trying to kill themselves. And this man thinks, well, you never served.
Never served. He doesn't say he served either. He says his people were fighting the Indians.
Yeah, this guy's a silly goose. This is on one of the YouTube shorts, right? Yeah.
Yeah, these are all. I just got the YouTube ones.
Yep. William Rogers. In my eyes, it's theft. Someone could have easily stolen a scholarship from a young woman who may not longer be able to attend school because of the loss of the scholarship money. It's nothing against how an individual wants to live. It's about possibly stealing away someone's future. Could have, may not, possibly, not a real issue. Never happened, not once. So that's like, yeah.
It's in reference to the Riley Gaines, Leah Thompson thing, and that Leah Thompson is. This goes on forever. I gave this guy way too much grace.
Okay, well, what I was going to say is you could have just referenced an old video where I said the amount of money that the trans individuals gets from scholarship funds, and it was like literally like 0.01%.
The way
of the $500 million that we give out for, it was like very minuscule the amount of money that trans individuals get.
That's an excellent number. I gave him. I told him that even if all 48 of the trans students playing sports in high school across the entire country right now all received a scholarship, 100,000 plus students would still receive scholarships from the NCAA.
There are 10 collegiate trans athletes right now today. 10.
And
we're at the Supreme Court. This is a Supreme Court issue.
The one that they made the biggest numbers about, the San Diego volleyball player, their team was ranked 119th. 119th.
He's just not 120th.
Right. This is such a fucking non-issue. And then it goes on to like give me, and I think I have one more from him because it goes on to talk about giving a bunch of so he gives a bunch of examples, the typical examples: 15-year-old boys soccer team scrimmage, the women's soccer team, yada yada yada. Again, all examples of men playing against women, not in real competitions or any sort of actual sports, and literally zero studies of actual trans women because there are so few. There is not enough trans women who have played sports to create a study to show the difference. Like there is just impossible. Like it's just that is the definition of non-issue. But to this guy, it's everything. And he didn't quit. I quit reading him, but this was one of his last ones. Whose turn is it?
It's mine, unfortunately.
Go for it.
You need to open your eyes. The point is the male versus female at every level. The male outperforms the female. In other words, trans women will outperform biological women. Looks like you want to maintain your place in patriarchal society. Does not sound like... Wait. Looks like you want to maintain your place in patriarchal society.
This is what I said. This is definitely like ChatGPT or something, right? Like
yeah. We don't want to stay at our place in patriarchal society. You
does he know what a patriarchal society? Yeah, does he know what it even means?
I don't know.
The guys in the other video
based on his last sentence, I don't think so.
in our last segment when they talked about Royce White, like these guys are doing it because they view themselves as greater than, like they view women as less than.
That's true.
Like those are the only people trying to,
That's true.
you know what I mean?
Yes,
that is so true.
Women's basketball.
And that dumb fuck Royce White was still like,
over.
For the purposes of basketball. No, bro. You want to transition. You want to put in your full 2 years of gender reassignment surgery, all that stuff, or not gender reassignment surgery, but hormone replacement therapy that's required by the WNBA. By all means, join up, big boy. Do your 2 years and join up. Follow the rules like everybody else, because there's rules in place to protect this. You can't just walk in there with your fucking beard and your wig and your fat fucking ass and score no points in the WNBA either.
It'd be so funny if he just simply doesn't get drafted because of his,
because he's fat and out of shape,
past.
And he's fucking beats. He beats women. Why would you want they just keep proving the point that the guy in the last comment, Royce White. All they keep proving is the fact that the problem, the real danger to women is men. Like, shut the fuck up. You're making everybody look worse.
They're not going to. What's
no,
this?
They're not.
Okay. This one needs to be read. This is wild.
Yeah, this one's just crazy. I don't know. The context of this is basically this was on the Max Miller video about how Republicans are disgusting. And so I, said some things. He said, while waiting for your Democrat video, I said, we have plenty of stuff about the Democrats, but Republicans, are, whatever. And this was the unhinged. This is page 1 of whatever this is.
What? Okay, so does this mean
Yeah.
they're doing what they want by describing side A as taking away rights? What rights? If you can accurately name one right that is actually under attack by the right wing, sure, I'll criticize them for that. They're attacking freedoms. They claim to be the Freedom Party, but then they say we've declared that a part of your body is now a sovereign entity, and that we have to control your body for 9 months because we made this declaration. That's a freedom, not a right. The right to free speech, attacked by leftists, hate speech laws, compelled pronoun usage, Second Amendment rights, gun control laws, further it. Something, yeah, okay. Further, it doesn't make sense. Only cops should have guns. Followed hard upon by cops are racist and committing genocide on black people. Pure 1960s Soviet whataboutism from when the U.S. criticized them for putting their own people into gulags. Sorry, man, you're not the good guys. You talk about the wall and running anyone over with tanks who disagrees with you. That's not the good guys. The real good guys leave leftists and righties in the dust and actually try to move forward. Real change or real something. Yes, the real good guys leave leftists and righties in the dust. Actually, real change, a real path forward. Partnering with billionaires to invest in new, more equitable economic meritocracy with a limited wealth gap and cooperative goals, not endless bickering.
Billionaires and eliminate the wealth gap at the same time.
Wow! Did we ever say we wanted to run people over with tanks?
I want to run him.
I don't think so.
I will go on record saying, like, if he gets hit by a tank, I won't feel sorry for it. I'm not going to do it myself, but like, I'm not going to cry.
I don't know. I just wonder. I feel like I might say it at some point, but like, it's funny if like you've watched our videos so much that at one point that we said that we're going to run people over with tanks. Because I don't remember that. None of us can.
That part I can tell you is old school American anti-communist propaganda. Like that one comes from like the depths of Reaganism.
I work real hard not to talk about murdering people on here.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
You know what I mean? We pretty nonviolent on this side.
And how privileged to be like, they're not attacking any part of our freedoms.
Literally every single amendment, including the second, has been attacked by this administration within the past year and a half. Like including the Second Amendment. So just like sticking to strictly to the Constitution of the United States of America, just all of them, at least 1 through 14, trying to go at 22.
I would like to assume he just woke up from a coma, and that was like the first video he saw. That's what I'm banking on, is like he's so blown away that maybe he is from like Reagan's era, and he just woke up from a coma, and he's like, "Holy hell, what's going on here?
The communists have taken over."
Yeah, it has to be something like that because that's crazy.
Has to be.
Oh well.
All right, that's it for that for now. I got one funny thing to share with you guys before we get to our TikToks. I think you'll enjoy this very much. So you guys both work in schools, so this one should hit close to home.
Well, I bet you've never seen seen this U.S. map before, where Kentucky is Konveki, Indiana is Inolano, and Tennessee is Tunisio, and the list goes on. Well, this was in the agenda given to students at a JCPS middle school.
Mom, did you know that we live in Veneki? And I said, what are you talking about?
That question sent Morris flipping through her middle schooler at Farnsley's brand new agenda, unveiling all sorts of bizarre errors.
The periodic table is just jarbled words. We have new planets called Mark.
In this U.S. map, Louisiana is Lukong, Alabama is Alatome, Illinois is Vitoise, and South Carolina is Sorth Quanto.
It's crazy.
And look at these phases of the moon. Some are not legible. What should be waning crescent says waning crescane. And the periodic table, where the names under the elements are gibberish.
Oh, we have to pay a $10 instructional fee every year in order to get this agenda. So you're making us pay for something that you used AI for.
That's what she's mad about.
Well, I think she's the $10.
It's just funny. That's what she commented. Yeah, that's what she commented at the end. It's not like they're teaching our kids nothing, but
right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's probably the problem with them destroying all the
I
books.
paid $10 for this.
Them destroying all the books.
Yeah, it is a shame.
Good old Konveki. All right, let's get some TikToks.
On a recession indicator. Here you go. Fat white woman on a bike. Because I can't afford fucking gas.
Jesus. That sucks.
I hate riding bikes. Sorry, girl.
And mine has the electric assist. Otherwise, I'd probably just drive it off a bridge.
I was gonna say, dude, I do love an electric assist.
Pat McAfee just released a hip-hop album for some reason. I just wanted to take a minute to congratulate some people I know are very excited about this. All JV wrestling coaches. Anybody who thinks Morgan Wallen is just a little bit too black, this one's for you. Ian Orlovsky, who is bouncing on it at a rigorous tempo with unmatched enthusiasm. Kickers, at least you aren't punters. Gas station workers who are pretty lenient with fake IDs if you tell them where you're going to have a party that night. Shout out to anybody driving from their court-appointed anger management courses to their daughter's dance recital. Crack open a cold one and put these tunes on. That drive is going to be sweet. Uncles you don't really talk to, gym teachers who text their female students, anybody currently on a Christmas Carol style vision quest where the disembodied spirit of AJ Hawk is taking them on a journey through elder fraud scams, past, present, and future. The deaf. Also, just a quick condolences to Aaron Rodgers. I know that you're not going to listen to this album, and it's going to suck when you have to pretend that you did when you go on Pat McAfee's show next week.
I almost sent that, actually. That's funny.
What is it? Who is that guy? Where is he from? That was actually really funny. It's the only, I feel like he looks familiar, though. I can't place him.
And if I'm on my deathbed dying, roll up. What are we talking about? I'm dead anyway. I'm already cooked. Me sparking up one more time is not gonna stop nothing.
Oh shit!
One for the Kipper.
That's right. That's incredible. Oh man,
I want to do that now. Like I don't know when I would be able to, but that'd be so funny.
It upsets me that I never thought about that. You know?
That's how you know a joke's good.
Hi. Hi. Stay there for completed 6 hours without pooping in my pants or birthing. That's great.
Yeah, first week back to school.
Nice,
it's been an adventure, dude. So I'm proud of little buddy. It's been an adventure.
Not everybody makes it, huh?
Not everybody makes it. Not everybody's cut out for kindergarten yet.
Not everybody's a public pooper, and I'm still not a public pooper, so.
Ma'am, I'm up here to do the interview with y'all, but I'm not no substitute teacher. I applied to be a substitute teacher through the app. I don't understand the problem because what I did wasn't even that wrong. I'm sitting there teaching these kids, trying to teach them, and the little girl had brought up the Bible and she was talking about the Virgin Mary. I didn't do nothing wrong. All I did was tell her that the Virgin Mary was a Jezebel just like your mama. I know her mama. I told her I know her mama. Virgin Mary was a teenager. She didn't want to tell her family that she was out here giving it away to everybody. Then she ended up pregnant. She don't even know who her baby daddy is. And then back then, they didn't think that people lied to them. She was lying to them. So instead of them doing research and doing DNA tests, because they can't do DNA tests, they could have put the baby by the face, but the cautions be looking the same. So I understand that. I get it. But she wasn't all that innocent at all. Then I told her she started asking history about her mama since I know her mama. I told her daddy ain't even her daddy. Her mama was the same exact way. Her daddy name is Mario. I said, baby girl, your real daddy name is Jeremy. He sleep behind a dumpster at the corner store, the blue corner store, right down the street. She looked just like him. And I ain't mad that I went to jail about it. They should have did a better background check. Like I said, I applied through an app. I'm mad because when they took me to jail, they took my 4-pack of wine and threw it away instead of taking it into property with me.
Oh.
And you look like you got a lot of money, so I hope you paying for this interview. Because if you ain't, we're going to have a lot of problems. I already know where you live. This city, this town is small. You're going to have a lot of missing parts missing off of your car. And I'm going to be selling them for that 8-pack of wine because I do not have $8 more. But we can go ahead and start the interview. I ain't going to sound like that because then they're going to take me back to jail. I'm sick of that shit. Come on, I got my Big Mama bowl. It's a girl that live in Jacksonville. She be selling little spicy bowls. Them shit's good as fuck. I got mine sitting in the car. Whenever you ready.
That's so fucked up. She was just having a good old time telling.
Yep. It's great.
I just can't stop stealing. Everything is free. When I'm at self-checkout, I don't ring up anything. Steal from Walmart, so I don't feel bad. I'm a hero. Just don't tell my dad that I'm addicted to stealing.
Allegedly.
That's good. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, shit. I had to stop. All right.
Oh my god, the heat are coming off of that rap.
Jesus Christ, what the hell?
What the fuck?
It was so fucking god. He was drooling.
Drooling.
Ready for that shit. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Lordy.
Do we charge to check out the brake squeaking?
No, ma'am.
We normally charge, but you sound hot, so I'll give it to you for free.
Give you a little bit of a makeover, okay?
Honey, I'm not the one who needs lunch. We don't have enough money, so can we just give this back to you?
You're joking, right?
But I'm returning it to you.
Yeah, but you've been out of it.
You gave it to me like this.
No.
Hate it here. I'm gonna murder myself.
Can't have you sitting here.
So comfortable.
Yeah, but you can't sit there.
Sunbathing.
I really like your hair.
Really?
No, I don't know.
What is Walmart? I have a license, but not with me.
Can we give you? Do you want gum? Bring it back over here. Come on. Oh no. Get over here really quick and take that down.
The Simple Life was such a good TV show. So fucking good.
How are you even old enough to remember that?
I love gay culture.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Technology in the future. I think that's everybody's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Get
Tell
us
me
out of
something
here,
good, Jake. Wait, stop. We're doing it right. Tell me something good, Jake.
I got to do crafts. It's being a poor educator sucks, so you have to be crafty, which is fun, but it's just like, oh my God. So I made some like cute things for like the reading center, for my reading center at school. So that's about it. Yay.
Back to work, back to school. Well, better work, back to school.
Back to school, yay.
John, tell me something good.
Well, went putt putted with the nephews yesterday. I sat on my couch and did nothing for so long. Watched the TV show Decameron, which is like 2 years old at this point. Pretty good. Pretty good. Reading the book Yesteryear, pretty good too. Not bad. Couple chapters in there. So, doing that. A lot of rain around here. It really sucks. I was just thinking today, like
It was so good.
It feels nice. It's nice because it's saving a lot of air conditioning, but like I really want to use the pool before summer's over. Like this is fucking ridiculous. It's just nonstop fucking raining. So that's all.
Yeah, we got a lot of rain.
Rad.
Yeah, yesterday I was the best version of myself for a 12-hour period, and I got my garage cleaned out, I got my grass cut, and I got the brush pile out back taken care of, which has been a daunting task. So today I was a literal trash can. I think at 2 p.m. I had a total of 735 steps, a literal garbage can today. I've done nothing, and it was awesome. It was so good to do absolutely nothing, but I got all my chores done yesterday, so I did nothing today, and it's been awesome. So
that's pretty good.
That's yeah, not a bad weekend.
Yeah, not at all.
So, but with that, we're calling it an episode. Thanks for sticking around tonight with us, guys. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate every like, comment, subscription. We do offer a paid service, and we appreciate any support there. But nothing we ever give you will be behind a paywall. So thank you for your continued support. Until next time, I'm Brad.
I'm John.
Jake.
Guys, we fucking suck at this.
I know.
And that's what's left. Just a friendly reminder
I'm second.
that Royce White has no points in the NBA. Zero.
Like that video? Check out our next one. Check out our channel on YouTube, Substack, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok.
We do have paid subscriptions as well, but we understand the economy is rough and no one else wants to pay for anything in this economy that you don't have to. So we understand if you don't, but we do have one just in case you have the extra money. We do appreciate anything you can do.
So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment on all of our media. It greatly helps the message get out there. And don't forget, eat the rich.
That's right.